Ah, BC's Quest for Tyres, spelt in the American way as we can see from the title. That always used to confuse me as a kid, and I always thought that the designers had spelt it incorrectly. Little did I know all the way back in 1984. Over here in Blighty, it was Software Projects that imported the game over, and I'm so glad they did, apart from the fact that like other Software Project games, it came with this padlock protection sheet, which I suppose is pretty nostalgic in itself, thinking about it. Based on Johnny Hart's cartoon series, your objective is to help Thor rescue his girlfriend, Cute Chick, from the jaws of a hungry dinosaur, where your dexterity will be tested to its limit in another of these very addictive reaction test style games. In fact, along with Aztec Challenge, this has to be my favourite game of this type of genre for the Commodore 64, and manoeuvring through the obstacles is challenging but fun, once you get the hang of the mechanics of controlling your wheel. Manipulating your little prehistoric character, you can duck, jump, accelerate or slow down. Those are the 4 fundamental controls you need to focus on, as well as the obvious lateral movement left and right to avoid the numerous obstacles that stand between you and your lady friend. Any mishaps along the way naturally causes Thor to come crashing off his stone wheel and resulting in you losing one of your lives, which are shown at the bottom of the screen here as wheels. Stage 1 is simply a matter of leaping over rocks and holes in the ground. This is where you will fundamentally learn the game's controls and decide quickly whether you have the patience to continue or if this is not the game for you. Trust me, when we first played this game, it caused a fair bit of frustration, but once again, playing this alongside my brother, we persevered with it and was quickly onto stage 2. Here, you learn that Thor doesn't like whacking his head on things, so quickly learn to duck under low-hanging branches, while at the same time moving laterally and jumping over more holes. This is where your joystick skills are first tested really. Soon enough, you'll encounter a river with turtles bobbing up and down, and a rather large woman, caveman, thing pounding a club, urging you to jump, sucker. This is where I'd come a cropper quite a few times, and you need to time the motion of the turtles in sync with the movement of the cave thing's club. Sometimes you'd get all the way across perfectly, only to be whacked in the face with that thing. It's a matter of luck, crossed with some good judgment of timing. This was also the coolest feature of the game that I'd seen for sure. Onward you go, and you must climb hole-littered hills and jump over those whilst rocks continue to tumble down. Quite how the wheel is powering itself up this hill was always a mystery. When you get to the top, there's more rocks to navigate, and then try to keep pace with the bird flying overhead. You need to jump up for this bird to catch you over an otherwise impassable pit of what appears to be mud, or maybe it's lava, not so sure. This part was a pain, as sometimes it'd be bugged, and no matter how fast you were going, the darn bird would never catch me. Besides, going fast on your wheels makes the game twice as hard to avoid obstacles, so this could be pretty tricky and see you lose wheels faster than you'd want to. There's another mechanism pretty similar to this, where you need to build up speed to jump a lake at the bottom of a hill. Again, this was hit and miss for me for some reason, but if you're lucky enough, you'll glide over this gap with no problems. A little later, you'll see those turtles again, but this time it's a dinosaur that thwarts your attempts to cross the river, popping out like a jack-in-the-box, waiting to punch you off your wheel. As before, timing is of the essence to get through this obstacle. Finally, you'll need to navigate through a stretch of cave littered with stalagmites and stalactites. My old geography teacher told me that the best way to remember which one was which is that tights hang down. I don't know what he was smoking back then, but for whatever reason, I still remember that to this day. Anyway, get through this and you'll reach your girl, and subsequently, the end of the game. BC's Quest for Tyres has got instant appeal, cute graphics and an amusing scenario, and there are several tricky hazards to be negotiated before you can get to the end. To say there's no music to the game, the sound was adequate. Thor's wheeling animated form looks cool too, with his gormless permanent smile giving him instant appeal. Once you've completed the game, it's difficult to repeat it all again. Well, straight away anyway, unless you want an extra challenge, but it will probably be a game you'll return to again in a future sitting. It's a good game to play as alternating 2 players if you like a challenge, first to get to the end. That'd definitely keep its appeal going for a bit. Give it a whirl and let me know what you think of it. Thanks for watching, guys. Hit the like button and do be sure to share your experiences with this game. Or if it's your first time playing it, then did you get into it? Or was it a frustrating ordeal? Let me know in the comments. If you're enjoying the nostalgia and want to join me on this epic journey revisiting classic games just like this, then maybe consider subscribing to the channel. There's loads more just like this on the playlist and another one coming up now. Hopefully, I'll see you in the next video. Until then, bye for now.